right, stream is started, and we'll be going live in about 30 seconds.
Voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KMK 102.5 FM, this Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
KLK 102.5 FM. Good evening to you on your Tuesday. It's September 17th, 2024. This is a special edition of Community Conversations, and joining us in the studio is JP Garrett Barnes and his best friend, Shamal Carter, also of the Craighead County chapter of the NAACP, and they have another one of their famous events coming out, which they invite the community to come out with the famous Garrett Barnes Town Hall, but this time it's got a little bit of a twist to it. So basically, Garrett and Shamal, they're going to put on those hoop shoes, and they're challenging the community to see if they can beat them in a game of hoops. So.
Youth. We're challenging youth.
Oh, not grown folks?
No.
All right. So go ahead.
We may have to get that age down to
18 months.
But the problem is, though, what if y'all lose? I mean, that's going to be kind of embarrassing if y'all lose to some 5-year-olds.
I never professed to be
that's a really good 5-year-old. So.
I'm just saying, I never professed to be a awesome basketball player. There's a few things I can play, and basketball is not one of them.
B team at West Side right here, okay?
Shamal, scoot to your left.
To my left.
Yeah, that's fine.
What did I do it wrong?
No, just use how to frame.
I scooted to the right, didn't I?
Yeah, but that's fine. You got it in frame, so that's.
It's all right.
All right, so let's kind of talk a little bit about the details of the event itself.
So it's going to be next Thursday on the 25th of September at 102 West Allen Street at the Reverend Llewellyn Park. And we're going to have food ready, smoked sausages. I'm going to be sure to have plates this time, and condiments, chips, and dessert, little cakes or something, little Debbie's or something like that, and some soft drinks. And it's free, open to anybody in the community. Neighbors, bring your neighbor. Family, bring your family. Friends, bring your friends. And, it doesn't matter what your political affiliation is. This is an open invitation to not just the Democratic Party of Craighead County, but the Republican Party of Craighead County, the Tea Party of Northeast Arkansas, any other political group, non-political group, just individual citizens. Everybody's welcome to come. And so at 5:30, we'll have food. You go through, get your food in about, 15, 20 minutes. It'll probably turn into a self-serve kind of thing. And we're going to be at the basketball court. And my best friend here, Shamal Carter, and we're going to be, I call him Rico, so I think Shamal is kind of weird. But anyways, we're going to be out there. And any youth that wants to come and beat us at horse probably won't be too challenging for you. And, with time allowing until 6:30, we're going to just play youth at horse. And I don't know, we might change the game to cow to make it a little faster or something like that so we can get over with our defeat sooner and play more kids. But anytime we lose, I'm going to give $5 to each kid. So.
Okay, so parents, if you are out there listening on your drive time, you heard it from the man himself, so go ahead and get them kids lined up. They might just actually win a little something.
They probably will.
So let me add, what he calls a smoked sausage, we call it a smoked link.
There you go.
So they'll know what it is, because you go in the hood talking about smoked sausage, they think you're talking about some broth.
So we talking about the red one.
We talking the Circle B's. We've had a Circle B's
already.
Well, thank you for the translation.
That's all right. So go ahead and set one aside for me.
Man, we got you, man.
Hey, we got plenty. We're going to get a bunch of those, and it's at 6:30. We're going to have our Q&A. So, being from the first district, people know what it's like to not get to talk to your elected representatives as, often as you may like. And the big part of this is being not just present to represent, but, accessible. So for the Q&A, I don't care if it's a Jonesboro-related question. I don't care if it's a jail question. I don't care if it's about the courthouse expansion that's taking place next to the courthouse on 511 Union. It can be something that, the quorum court may not have ever addressed before, but it's something that means something to somebody else and they want to ask about it. And I want to be there with Rico to hear that question, to hear that concern. And, my response may not even be the answer. It may just be an idea or, an action plan for how we can move forward and gain a better understanding about that issue or about that problem. So, it's Q&A, but I don't pretend to have all the answers instantly. I don't think anybody really does. I think the way that you get the answers is by listening to people and trying to work together to form the best solution possible.
And of course, that's definitely obvious, and the many times that both of you have worked together on community events, and you've all, just like this one, you always have tried to make it fun that the community enjoy, and not just we finna hear this politician speak.
Right.
I think when he and I talked about this, I think it was the very first town hall where we kind of fed people. It wasn't a whole lot of people. And one thing that you have to understand, a lot of people in our communities, they don't understand political lingo. And so when they feel like you're talking over their head, or they feel like you feel that you're better, not that you think you're better, but they feel like, you give them an opportunity to come down to a down-to-earth level. I know a lot of the kids are used to seeing him in a shirt and tie at school, and a lot of people are used to seeing me, dressed up or whatever. So,
dressed to the nines.
But I actually will. I get out there. I probably have on something similar to what I have on now. I'm actually going to Craighead when I get done here to get my exercise in. But just taking in consideration, we want to meet the people where they are and listen to them. I don't know if you guys will be out there, but we definitely want to give them some music. If anything, I'll set up my little PA system. And
you said it's next Thursday?
Next Thursday.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately, I'll be at a conference. I ain't gonna lie, I enjoy going to conferences, but they keep falling on dates and with somebody got some food.
And you know what? What the people don't know is I might make some coleslaw to go on those smoked links.
Oh, so you're gonna give folks the itis then?
Go right
Garrett,
ahead.
what you cooking? So for those that don't know, Garrett likes to do a little something. He'll send me little quick videos of what he cooking.
Hey, you gotta brag,
messing
man.
with me and whatnot. And I'm like, let your boy get a plate.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know a whole lot about I don't know who's ranked number 1 right now in college football, but I know how to make a gumbo, and I know how to make wings, and I know how to do a lot of stuff like that. I made homemade biscuits the other night.
I haven't had those wings yet, but I can vouch for the gumbo.
No,
Well, thank you. Well, the men who cook, men who can cook, that was a little off.
But that was for both of us because I was trying to cook,
man,
and I really feel like I didn't put my best foot forward because listen, we didn't know that there were going to be professional judges of 5-star restaurants in there, So
y'all got Gordon Ramsay up in that
that shouldn't matter though.
Yes, it
I said
should.
I'm gonna make this dish, and then I didn't deliver like I normally do.
I made macaroni and cheese, bro. You made gumbo. The mayor made
jambalaya.
Jambalaya, and then Chris Engel made shrimp and grits, and I had macaroni and cheese.
Yeah,
just green beans and macaroni and cheese. We had lasagna. We had a banana pudding caramel cake.
Oh yeah, Dr. Lonnie had that. That's good.
Man, you got these folks on the radio.
I got it memorized. Like it is so good.
These folks listen. They talking about where all this food at that they talking about.
So one thing that I hope people will do that come is don't be shy to say something. If something that you've been noticing on your walks, or something you've been noticing on your commute to and from work, or to from pick up your kids or visit your grandkids or go to the grocery store or church or whatever, when you notice something, that means something. And you have an opportunity to come and share it with us. And it's not something that we take lightly. It's something we take seriously, and it's something that we want to learn more about and to get better at figuring out how can we address this. Because, I'm of the belief that government, when you elect good people, can do good things. And that's the role of government, is to do good things and to be smart. And so, in order for government to do those good things and be smart, we got to be trained by people like yourself in the community. And that's what we're seeking, is to help us get better at what it is that we strive to do in the community.
Okay. And of course, since we got you here, are there any updates with anything on the quorum court which you can share to the listeners and viewers?
Not really. I think the jail tax is making its way around different civic groups around town. They're going to be speaking at the Landlord Association meeting, Sheriff Boyd and Judge Day here pretty soon. So that's coming up. The expansion of the courthouse is looking great. It's going to be a nice safe room, storm room for the community, storm shelter there. So, we're in budget season right now. It's just starting, so we should be hearing some things in the next month or so. And I'm going to be advocating that we do more things with the city of Jonesboro. That's our tax base as well as all other cities in Craighead. So I want to know what funding do we have that can be used interlocally and intergovernmentally with the city of Jonesboro and other cities, and what is the judge and his administration forecasting on being used with cities throughout Craighead County in 2025. So we are confirming a date here real soon. It'll be coming out for December for our next event. Mm-hmm. That's going to be like a holiday supper at the E. Boone Watson Center. We will have the E. Boone booked. I'm just confirming the date. I believe it's going to be December 19th from 5:30 until 7. So that's going to be kind of a sit-down dinner, and we're going to be giving our local government and hopefully this local official and community leaders like Rico Carter some New Year's resolutions on what we need to be taking into the new year with 2025 on things that we want to see get done in the community with Craighead County and Jonesboro.
Absolutely. Okay, and of course, next weekend is also the NAACP Gala. So, Shamal, kind of just remind everyone out there about that.
Yes, so next weekend we have our Freedom Fund Gala. As you guys know, the Freedom Fund Gala, one, is to help us award a scholarship to a $1,000 scholarship to a youth from our community here in Craighead County. But also, not only that, as you guys know, the position that I'm elected to by you great people is not a paid position. So a lot of times that we may have to have money to operate off of, or have to go somewhere out of town or something of the sort that will help with the funds of that. That's more of our operation, but it also gives the community something to do, us to come together in a room, one room full of diversity, whether it's African American, whether it's Marshallese, whether it's of Spanish descent, whatever the case may be, we can be on one accord. And so one thing that I love about my friend here, Garrett, is if I'm rocking, he's rolling. And so whatever's happening in our community, I may not have the words to say at the moment, but I get on the phone with him and we look at ways that we can help not only diversify our community, but give those in our community equity that deserves it, who will never see equality because of their skin color or because of their gender. And so this Freedom Fund Gala is a night of encouraging words from a pastor out of Memphis, Tennessee. But we also have Lady E. Flat. Lady E. Flat is a saxophonist, and she is anointed. She plays very well, very well. And then we also have Imani Williams coming back to MC this event, and I'll say some brief words at the end, but I need everybody to put this on your mind. I have one saying, and I've been saying this one saying for the last month, and that saying is, I'm all in. We have to be all in when it comes to this election this year. We have to be all in when it comes to voting for the rights that we need and the things that we're getting on the ballot and the government that we're battling, getting everybody on one accord. Shouldn't be about what party you're from. It shouldn't be about your skin color. It shouldn't be about your religion. But we need to be about what's best for our people. And so this gala brings us all together in one room. And you have people like Erica Asklin. You have people like Garrett here, who are great supporters, who, you know what I'm saying, who have invested in the gala along with a few other people. And those are just people off the top of my head because Garrett is sitting right here beside me. And then I spoke with Erica on yesterday. But we've opened it up for everybody who wanted to be a sponsor or buy an ad. It had nothing to do with what party you were from. I reached out across the aisle from LJ to Dan to anybody who is seeking a seat. This is not a party thing. This is about us coming together, us being in the same room, and us being on the same page.
Okay, and getting back to the event next Thursday.
I was mistaken on that. It's not the 25th, it's the 26th. It's on Thursday.
Okay.
So I said 25th earlier, but I just wasn't thinking for a second.
That's sad because I didn't hear you say 25th.
Well,
You heard yourself.
I did, and I want to correct myself. So one thing I do want to add to that, so everybody knows, this isn't a one Circle B per person kind of thing.
No,
this is
no.
if you got somebody at home, whether it's an auntie, grandma, mom or dad, or cousins or whomever. We don't ask questions. Take what you need, and you don't have to ask because the answer is already yes. You can, and that's something I think is really important on our event. For different reasons, I see other events kind of limit things, and if they have to do that, they have to do that. But it's always good to be able to take back something home for your family too.
Absolutely.
So,
All right, as we get ready to wind down our time, just kind of one little final plug about the event and the call out to the kids.
So it's going to be next Thursday, September 26th at 5:30 at 102 West Allen. That is Reverend Llewellyn Park in Jonesboro on the north side. We're going to be in the the little pavilion, and then we're going to have basketball on the basketball court there. So you don't have to bring your own ball. We're going to have that. Just bring your game and take some of my money, and it'll be all good.
So let me add. I'm gonna hype it up more. See, I need you guys to be at the park on next Thursday. You have J.J. Redick III and Shaquille O'Neal V.
Oh gosh, man! I didn't even hardly get playing time at Westside. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
It's gonna be easy money. You want some easy money? You want some
gonna be
money for
very
candy
easy
or
money.
some chips at school that you have to buy separate at school? Come down and beat us at Horace or Cal if we
You want to
shorten
know
it
how
up.
horrible I am? I
already know. You've been posting it on Facebook.
I got benched at an intramural game. That's how bad I am.
I mean, at least you got in the game.
Well, all right,
It'll be
y'all.
fun.
That's going to do it for this edition of Community Conversations. But quick programming note, tomorrow at 12 o'clock noon, we will live stream on the KLK Facebook page the Kiwanis Club debate between Senator Dan Sullivan and his challenger, Erica Aslin. So definitely want to make sure that you watch when we go live on Facebook. Or if you're at work like Garrett can't watch live, you can always watch it later. All right, you guys have...
I will watch it later too.
You guys have a great and blessed evening. This is KLK 102.5 FM.
I know I am.
For what?